Hi everybody, this is Professor Smith. I'm going to be talking to you about Blackboard Collaborate, and I'm going to be showing you how to use it. So this is one of the tools that I am going to be using with you to talk to you face to face. Well, not really face to face, but it's going to be a way that we will talk to each other virtually for our classes during usual class times. So for next week, starting with March 30th, we are going to be starting to have classes on Blackboard Collaborate, again, during usual class times. And Blackboard Collaborate is a tool that's very, very much like Skype. If you ever miss a class, there will be sessions available for you to see that I will be putting onto e-learning. You'll be able to look at them by clicking on the links. So Blackboard Collaborate works best with Mozilla Firefox or Chrome. I have used it on my iPad. It doesn't work the best on iPad. I had a little bit of trouble using it with my iPad. I think it worked best with computers. Another thing that it works okay on phones as well. And just bear with me because I'm not going to go back and edit out all the little mistakes that I make in this video today. So I'm going to be using Chrome today. All right. So first of all, let's go into Access BCC to get onto e-learning. First of all, I just want to bring your attention right here. If you need any other tools or any other help in order to access all the technology that your classes are going to be using this semester, there is a limited supply of Chromebooks. So if you need one, definitely fill out the survey. Over here on the left-hand side, you can either click under Quick Links or e-learning. Right here. So again, it's the same thing. Click on e-learning. And we're in here right now, okay? So best way to access our class is to click directly on the class on this side. So I've set up each class with Blackboard Collaborate. I'm just going to go into CSS 10136 to show you the setup. Blackboard Collaborate is always going to be listed under Remote Learning. This is just the announcement that I made on the 17th. I'm going to click on what says, what is Blackboard Collaborate? Blackboard Collaborate is a program where we can live stream our class remotely. It is a lot like Skype, but it works through Blackboard, which is the website that e-learning is hosted on. I have already made a classroom session for our class, and this is what we will use to speak remotely. So we're going to go into Blackboard Collaborate. I'm actually going to exit the student view. So what you'll see in a moment is actually the way I see Blackboard Collaborate. So I'm going to go back in. What you'll usually see if your teachers use this with you, you'll see the guest view. And I'm going to explain what it means by guest in a moment. So this is a way that you could join the session. So let's say that I have a list of sessions right here, and each one is going to have the day that the session is running and the times. What I will also do is each time there's a session, I will send out a link to it as well. So there's 3 different ways you can go into a session. 1, with a link. 2, with a dial-up by dialing it on your phone with a PIN number. And the third way is to just click on the session and click Join Session. All right? And if you're the moderator, so there's, you could actually set it up so that different people have access to it. So there's 3 different roles. There's participant, presenter, and moderator. So participant basically is where, and you'll probably see this with your other classes, where you have access to it. They don't have access to all like the control tools. Presenters, like, you have access to the share tool where you're able to share content like PowerPoints. And moderator, that's the one that has the power to record the session. So I'm going to enter into the session. And I just got an email. So join session. It might take a moment. So down at the bottom, you'll see a few things once this loads up. You're going to see a little face right here. You're going to see a microphone. You're going to see a camera. And you're going to see a little guy with his hand raised like that. So this first one right here just shows your status. So this is like if you're, I guess if you're leaving some comments about whatever I'm talking about, or if you're like, okay, I want this session to go, or if you want people to talk slower. Over here, share audio, and you can tell that the audio is being shared because look at the microphone, it's lighting up. When you go into here for the first time, there's going to be a tutorial so that you can set up both the microphone and the computer. If it's not working, you need to make sure that your device is set so that whatever browser you're using has access to your microphone and your camera. You don't have to use your microphone or camera. There's other ways to talk as well. Just going to move my face for a moment. Over here, share video. It's not going to work right now because my webcam is being used by the recording software that I'm using right now. But if it did work, what would happen is my face would pop up here. Yeah, so my face would actually pop up here. And I could click on share video so that everybody could see me. I'm going to click cancel for now. I can also click this right here. So if it's not working, you can always just X out of that. Over here, this is if you had a question. Let's say that there's a group of 20 that's using Blackboard Collaborate at the same time. You can't all talk at the same time. So if you ever had a question, you could raise it by doing that. So I'm going to show you this feature over here. This is the Collaborate panel. This is the most important panel on Blackboard Collaborate. I'm going to move my face over here. There we go. So that arrow brings, so now it looks like an X right there. But all of this right here is like the chat feature. So let's say I want to send out a hello to the whole entire class. Or let's say I can also talk directly to whoever's right here. So for example, right here for myself, if I wanted to talk to another person privately, I can do that. Over here, share content. Usually the moderator only has control over this, or the presenter. What this part is you can share, so for example, whiteboard, your teachers might use this feature with you. I'm going to move over my face for a moment just to show you. So I can doodle on this, I can write some notes on here, but this is something that your teachers might be using with you. I might use it a few times as well. And if I want to stop syncing that or stop sharing that, I can just X out of that. Over here, share application screen. So for a moment, my computer is going to do something really wacky. It's going to look like it's a kaleidoscope where it's going to be mirror upon mirror upon mirror. And if I do that, what's going to happen is so it looks really, really weird right now, but if I went over here, anything that you see right now you would actually see on Blackboard Collaborate. See how if you look at my mouse, there's like several of them. That's because it's sharing whatever is on my screen right now. Over here, share files. I can put a picture here, a PowerPoint, a PDF file. So if we are looking at a PowerPoint together, I might put a PowerPoint here and we'll go through the PowerPoint together. Over here under settings, this is also important as well. Let's say that you're having a lot of trouble with your camera or your mic, or somehow you skipped the tutorial and you weren't able to set up your microphone at all. This is where you can do it right here where it says set up your camera and microphone. Also use your phone as audio. I haven't tried that out yet. I don't have a smartphone. I do have a lovely a really nice tablet. But again, for some odd reason, it didn't work very well with it. Over here is your speaker volume. So this is like the volume of your voice when you are talking to other people. So that's like the volume they would hear you at. When you're not the moderator, you might want to put that down a little bit. Also, when you're not the one talking, I would say make sure that this is on mute, because what's going to happen is if you are not listening with headphones, everyone else is going to be hearing what everybody else is saying, but echoed back to them. So try to have this part off when you're not talking, because it's going to pick up your dog or your kids or your spouse, or whenever you move, or whenever you get up, or whenever you type something. So everybody will hear you typing. So just leave that off if you're not actually talking. Again, over here you can see how many people are attending. And over here with the chat feature, okay, I'm still being recorded. So over here with the chat feature, I just want to double check to see how much time I have left. Okay, I have a few minutes left. The limit is 15 minutes. So over here again, we have the chat feature. Over here, we have how many people are attending. Again, sharing content. This one is a poll, so like your teacher could actually give you a quiz. Over here, in the left-hand corner right there, if you're the moderator, you have the power to record the session. Over here, use phone for audio, so you have that option as well. So like if I wanted to record the session, I could start recording it. See how it says session is being recorded? So, as I am talking, now it's recording, and I think only the moderator has the power. Well, not only the moderator, if they have the power to go into the Blackboard itself and look, they'd be able to access it. But the way that I would be recording the session is that way. And if you ever missed a session, the links to that session would be available to you on underneath classes. So in the meantime, I'll still be posting a few video lessons, but the majority of our class sessions are going to be taking place on Blackboard Collaborate so that we can talk face to face. The video lessons were my way of getting you the content last week while I was learning all of this stuff about Blackboard Collaborate. So again, this has been a learning experience for all of your teachers, and just keep in contact with them. See what they're going to be doing next week. Again, this was a week for us to really learn the tools so that we can talk to you again. Oh, Fitbit, hello. But either way, if you have any questions about Blackboard Collaborate, definitely email me. And we are going to continue having our classes no matter what. All right. Keep in contact with me. Keep talking to me. If you have any issues, definitely make sure that you tell me. Okay. All right. Everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. Everybody have a great day. All right. All right. Bye.